is your own challenge to solve it. Okay, the aflatoxin I mentioned earlier, I saw curiosity in the eyes of some of you. Let me just quickly talk about what it is in detail and we'll just speed through it. It's just it's a chemical compound like a fungi that you see on granite that is not properly dry. You see. Now imagine tons of it like that before the product arrives wherever, whatever is the destination. I mean, what a huge waste it will become because it was improperly dried. So you have to take time to dry it. And why it's important is that we're in the tropics, for example. Now our climate, you can see I'm even sweating here, though this fan is not touching the environment that we're in. I mean, so the same thing, it impacts the quality of most finished products. So the climate to which you are exporting this thing to, you have to ensure that either this climate or the destination climate does not paralyze your expectation, the value, does not ruin the value you want to achieve. So be concerned. Do you know that it's wisdom to know what is the atmospheric pressure and temperature of the destination country you want to export something to? And research. Take your time to research how will this product react upon arrival so that you don't lose. This is where many have lost in this business. This is why it seemed like failure. This is why it's not as popular. Many people have come into this thing and got their fingers burnt. Many have suffered losses because they did not care for these small details. This is how not to fail. So it has its own health risk and all that, and this is why countries like European Union, though we are not really, over 40 million euro worth of Nigerian groundnut product was lost. Planning, the effort of harvesting it, processing it, and packaging it, just because they did not pay extra attention to dry it properly. All of that was just wasted. What is the equivalent of 40 million euro in naira? I'm not speculating. I'm telling you real life experience. This is a true life experience. What is the equivalent in naira? Lost. Okay. Now, the innovation that these people could have done is simple. They could have used solar drying panels other than just spreading the granite in the open atmosphere. They could have used solar panel. They have designed solar panel that helps anything you want to dry properly. This was possible. This was possible. And then again, another thing is to buy moisture sensors. They are just small things like this microphone on my chest. And then the sorting, if it's recycled, if yours is the recycled product, the sorting, there are some things that have to be properly sorted. The whites, sometimes the white should not be with the blue. If it's plastic, depending on where you are shipping it to, you know, you pay close attention to do all this sorting. And ultimately, all these things will add value. To add value to your pricing. So because of time, now, for example, I don't know if you are seeing that slide though. If you want to export cassava in Ghana, must go back. That is already guaranteed to fail. Database of all these small and medium scale industries that create jobs, that recruit people, and subsidize their electricity by 75%. Don't give anybody, don't hand anybody cash. Electricity erodes nearly 80% of the margin. For example, people that do cold water business or that sell that hawking business, for example. I mean, how can a man, one single man, be taking 20 million naira in a month to go and pay electricity bill? What is left for him? I met a man recently in Ibadan. He has got him 20 million naira electricity bill for 1 month because. So, I mean, how much profit can come from hawking business? If 20 million naira of your capital will go for electricity, I mean, that is the beginning of the end of the business. And government should come in and subsidize that kind of cost. That hawking hub is subsisting, is surviving so many women and their families. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I wish there was more time. There's a lot we could have talked about, but that's fine. You will get the slide from the convener. But summarily, all this grammar we have been speaking so far is that, like the pastor said, if you will it, if there's the will, there will be the way. Don't be intimidated by the size or whatever it is. Just start, and every other thing will fall in line, and we will gather to celebrate your success in Jesus' name. Thank you for your time.
All right, that was a wonderful speech. Even though you enjoyed that wonderful speech, a round of applause for yourself. While the speech was going on with the sub-dean student affairs Yabatek, the walk-in, a person of engineer Oguniola, a round of applause for that in the house tonight. A round of applause, a round of applause. Thank you for joining us. Student affairs, Ms. Jagade, a round of applause for mommy too in the house. Alongside the HOD welfare student affairs, Ms. Obadimu, a round of applause for mommy in the house tonight. Thank you very much. Even though you've enjoyed yourself so far, a round of applause for yourself. And for the student affairs, Lagos State, I have my brother in the house. My brother with the co-cap, how you doing, bro? A round of applause for him in the house tonight. Thank you very much for, I just like one thing when his speech was going on. Everybody was writing 1 something, 2 something, or 3. And that was very important. Knowledge stored in the brain can be forgotten. But the one being written down is a point check back when there's a mistake. So thank you very much. So with no further ado, the next person I'll be calling will be talking on leveraging technology to unlock opportunities. Leveraging technology to unlock opportunities in agro export and recycling business. It's nobody else than Dr. Ola Olua Bami Boye. Thank you very much, sir. A round of applause.
No, now. That was too low. Of the greatest Nigerian articulate. So, I'm happy to be here, and thank you for our amazing convener and even all the speakers, line of the speakers. I mean, the effort and the work, I mean, so far with the 2 presenters speaks volume today. So please don't take it lightly. I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you. Okay, why am I here? And I'm sure that before the day runs out, like I said, you will have gotten enough value, for coming here today. All right, so like the, what's it called now, introduced me. Like the host introduced me. I'll be speaking on leveraging technology to unlock opportunities in agro export and recycling. More like the 2 speakers have actually drawn justice to the topic already. We are talking about agriculture and what? And what? Thank you. I'm a teacher, so I will always ask questions. I mean, we are used to that. 50 thereabouts to be reaching 1.4 billion in Nigeria. Globally, in the world, will be 9 billion. In the world, sometimes earlier. That will be more like a doom. If for now, rate of unemployment in Nigeria is going to like 40-50%. Unemployment, right? Graduates everywhere, university journals, graduates everywhere, almost every semester, maybe one polytechnic, maybe one university, maybe one college, and then we are still battling with unemployment. How much more when there's a population outburst? What will now happen? And the convener had carefully thought it through to say that what can actually employ people and they can start working from now, like now. He thought about what? Agriculture and what? Thank you very much. Agriculture and waste recycling. Like Pastor had said, he parks his car, big bottles. I've worked in a recycling factory in Ikorodu before when I was starting life. I mean, not in the next few years, your colleagues will be ashamed of you. No jokes. And they will be like, I don't dress dirty. I always dress neat. Some will greet me, some will not. But now, I'm a lot better. I'm not comparing myself to anybody, all right? But, I mean, now, I play in agro sector by myself. The slides will soon come up. The cassava I talked about, I use it in my company in Ekwe. We make feed in Ekwe for livestock. And what we use are waste from JB cashew factory, kernel cake to make feed. The same thing for Julius Berger cashew nut pressing plant in Ekwe. We buy their waste. Not good for human consumption, but good for animals. We buy all these waste. Cassava peel meal. We use it as well back home and begin to collect bottles or metal or scraps and begin to either sell or add value to it. Are we getting me now? That is why agriculture you can do for yourself. When my slides come up, like he said, I will share as well. I gave us a task that we can go back home to. All right? And I want you to, as much as possible, start something today. How I got it? I thought to myself, when people come for presentation like this, they will always say that, 70 to 80% of the cost of production of livestock goes to what? Thank you very much, ma'am. I will always hear this. If cooking will be 70 to 80% of cost of production of livestock goes to feed. And I thought to myself, why not go and stay where we speak? My colleague is there. We are receiving orders. And there's a factory where all the people are there, they are working, milling for goats, milling for cattle, milling for sheep, until you call it so. We don't see them as waste, we valorize them. We add value, we treat, and then make it edible for animal consumption. With the knowledge that anything an animal consumes, we also as human beings do what? We consume it. Motivation, see the level of work he did, the level of work he has done, just 2 speakers, and then I'm here. So by the time you will have listened to all of us, you will have listened to something you can just go back home, and rather than waiting for Pokemon from somewhere, you can start generating revenue by our jobs, and we are importing poverty. Exported our raw materials, right? In groundnut cake, groundnut oil, peanut butter, several things. Write down this name. George Washington Carver. Write it down. George Washington Carver was someone that discovered 100 products from groundnut alone. And Carver, C-A-R-V-E-R. So now, we export our cashew, we export cashew nuts, right? Sesame seed, we export it. We export our soybean. We export our maize to neighboring countries because our maize, they term it as even better than theirs. America and other Western countries now give us GMOs, and they take our organic products to make soybean oil and different things. My point is that as to anything, if you fly or probably on different airplanes or airlines, international airlines, when they hand you over cover, maybe all these cover clothes, check. They will write on it, made from 24 recycled plastics. Are you getting me? Are you listening to me at all? When you fly, pay attention, international flights, the jacket that they will give you, the ones that have flown anyway, made from 28 recycled bottles. I mean, it's not secret. They are not keeping any secret from you. Go to, I mean, for this kind of pen, sometimes China will always label it made from recycled plastics. Even like he said, our pet bottles, the final TikTok, Snap, which one again? Instagram has taken our time. Yabatech, growing up, I've never been to Yabatech. I mean, I then polyhead for accounting, Yabatech for anything craft. I think I remember someone from this school that actually won a award for using plastic bottles to design something. I remember that. I can't remember it well, but I remember that happened from Yaba. I know Yabatech for creativity. They are speaking too much language, aflatoxins. I don't understand what it means. I'm now trying to drive. Let's Snap, Instagram. When Mark Zuckerberg is a multi-billion venture, yes or no? Don't forget, we're talking about leveraging tech for agro and recycling. Like he had said in my slides, it's almost as if we copied our slides. I mean, it's almost the same thing. I will share my mind with you as well. Traceability. Nigerian cocoa and cashew sometimes, just like the groundnut, gets rejected at the port of receiving or the port of arrival because of EUDR compliance, because of main destination. They always want to know where it's coming from. I have a picture on my phone. I went to a carton, told me where it was produced, who produced it, and the batch number of that product from the farm. The European Union want to know where it's coming from. They want, all these things are what you should know. Exporting raw materials is now more like we should put an end to what? Put an end to it. We should add value. People that pick PET bottles and different things, in some cases, they can bale, they can crush, and do different before they even send it out to the company. 1,000 back, whatever it is. Are you getting it? So as much as possible, let's be creative. When you are going bed at night, what do you wake up with? What makes you, so now, that's just to say that we have cooked jollof. Recognizes what? Our jollof. When our president recently, in less than 1 month now, was in United Kingdom, they served Nigerian jollof at the place of reception. When we are traveling, I mean, back in the days, this wasn't fashionable, right? I mean, maybe some 5, 7, 10 years ago, you can't wear this. They'll think you're mad. It's actually okay. Different creativities. That's what we call recycling. Rather than trash all those actually okay. I mean, the ones that grandfather, they are still there. You go and look for it in your wardrobe. Bring them out. Add value to it. We all know Nikkei Art Gallery, right? What she does, she collects art from different things to make paintings and creatives so that you can actually have, a thorough understanding. Think about how you can use tech to trace, to add value, labeling, barcoding. All these things are what we can do. Nikkei Art Gallery, I grew up in Oshogbo, Osun State. She was a trekkable distance to my house, where she started from. But now she's been to almost every part of the world, I can assure you. We're just doing what? These are courses in your school, I'm sure. I can bet that you are doing that, and that's a course. Track staff, NEATK. Max, 150K, Abby. Meanwhile, you can do tie and dye. All these wasted shirts that one of my lecturers, his daughter, buys all these things from Nikkei Art Gallery and sells to the European Union. I mean, different countries. She makes, I think one piece is like $10. One piece, $10. That's 15K per one. My point is just that as much as possible, enough of, like I thought to myself, like, why go and apply for, I've never begged to apply for a job. I've worked in companies, mind you, they called me to come and consult, to come and help guide them on how to, waiting for my service here. I was doing businesses. Afterwards, till now, the same business I registered in school is what I'm doing till now. No regret for one day. Are we getting me? So I want to leave you living here with the mindset of what can I start doing now. Lastly, while I drop the mic, I want to now add perspective of tech to agriculture. We used to know this song. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa, right? Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ jalè, a máa kọ́ sí ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí ọkọ́ àbí àti àdá. A máa kọ́. What we are going to now sing it is the fact that we are going to change that ọkọ́ to tractor. All right? And the àdá to drones. Do we know drones? Flying drones. You can use a drone to irrigate 1 hectare under 1 hour. Meanwhile, you are doing manual back breaking labor. It can take you 2 or 3 days for 1 hectare. But under 1 hour, you are done with using drone to irrigate your plot or your land. So don't forget, we are going to replace ọkọ́ with what? Tractor. Àdá with what? Drones. Don't let us forget. Let us rise to do this together. Just 1 minute. Let's rise up to this together. Let's rise up. Biological break. Let's stand up to sing together. Okay. So let's do it together. 3, 2, 1, go. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa. Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí tractor àti. Subsistence and
we appreciate that so much. All right. You know, in anything you are doing, there's always a form of digitalization in anything you're doing. Anything you want to do, anything and anything, wherever you want to do. The digiting and formalizing the Nigerian circular economy through technology innovation. We're wrapping this up with nobody else, engineer Ikem Orakwe. A round of applause as they walk in. And this is the last section. Then we go to the panelist segment. So stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to stand on the existing protocol because time is far spent. I want to welcome all of you to this epoch-making event and thank them for the good work they are doing. I'd like you all to put a round of applause for the Yes Africa Foundation. A round of applause. I can hear it. A thunderous one, please. It no day easy. If it day easy, make you go run am. Engineer Kemorakwe is my name. I am an IT engineer and a technology entrepreneur. I came back yesterday because of this particular event because I wanted to speak to students of Yaba Tech on where the world is headed to in terms of technology.
All right, with no further ado, the great pioneer that was walking into our midst and the person of the Ballet of Abulioja. Please, while I welcome his name, please, I want you guys to make a standing ovation and clap for them as they walk in. The Ballet of Abulioja, Yaba, Chief Mutao Adedeji, Balogun, Elite. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming. Yaba Community Elder, Alaji Chief Tunde Karim. We welcome you. The Secretary Chief Shoyemi Babatunde. Thank you for pulling up. Alongside their members, we have Ikola Baba Taufik, pardon me about that. Abayomi Omoni T. Salami Ayodele, thank you for joining us. And the last person, Fadero Adeshino Mary. Thank you very much. Sorry for cutting you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, Bale, our elders, and our leaders. You're welcome, sir. In my place, they say that when they see a chief, that everybody would do what? Everybody will stay quiet first to acknowledge them. So I welcome all of you. Like I said earlier, Engineer Kemorokwe is my name. I own a technology company called Digital Hands, which I founded in 2017 after working for approximately 15 years in the Nigerian tech sector. The aim is to see how we are going to drive innovation and technology in Nigeria. A couple of years ago, two young guys like you people sitting down here met themselves in the university, Babcock University. Those two guys are changing the world today through a digital platform they built without even knowing that it is going to turn into a multi-billion-dollar business empire today. And that company is Paystack. Paystack was founded by Ezra Olubi and Shola, two friends who met themselves in Babcock University, just like you're sitting down here today, listening to all these wonderful speakers. And I must tell you that these young men may have also listened to speakers like us today, which also enable them to make informed decisions of what they are going to build. As you are sitting down here today, I am telling you categorically that before you leave here, that you are going to think up of something you are going to build, which is going to be an innovation that is what will be used to drive exports, agro, and the recycling business. I am saying that as you are sitting down here today, that it is high time that you started thinking of something you are going to build, just like Ezra Olubi and his friend built Paystack. Think about it. I'd like you to be very, very attentive. I'd like you to listen to me as you have listened to others. Because by the time you leave here today, you should be thinking of innovating. And I am telling you that there is this famous saying now that goes this way: innovate or die. I want you to say it: innovate or die. Please say it. Innovate or, if you don't innovate, you will die. And innovation is all about daring to be different. Daring to be different. So don't feel bad when people say that you are crazy, your hands dirty. You are innovating. You are doing what? You are innovating. These two young men, as of today, raised $200 million. $200 million. They are the first two guys that built a payment processing company in Nigeria, and is a platform that has been serving everybody. As of today, they have close to 500,000 corporate organizations using Paystack to process payments, not just in Nigeria, in Africa. Not just in Africa, in Europe. Not just in Europe, in UK. Not just in UK, in the US. Not just in the US, in Canada. We have also heard of Flutterwave. They are doing IPO. As a matter of fact, Flutterwave has also gone to the USA, a Nigerian company built by a young person like you. An idea he also conceived in school. Hey, can you just give us 1% of this company so that we will give you $1 billion? He refused. And what are we talking about? We are here to talk about the circular economy and how we can use technology and innovation to drive it. We have had wonderful speakers who told us of what they are doing in the export, who told us about recycling. Recycling is seen as a dirty business. Waste is seen as waste, dirty. But I am telling you today that waste is wealth. I want you to also get away from this place saying that waste is wealth. Say it. Waste is wealth. Waste is wealth. Waste is big money. As a company that uses innovation to drive every sector of the economy, because what technology does is that it creates value. And I keep telling young people, you guys are very lucky living in the age of internet and connectivity, living in the age of social media. I can categorically tell you that when I left university, you may move from here to VI to see internet. You may move from here to VI to see internet. When we started doing tech, we were using internet medium called dial-up. Dial-up was, many of you here do not know what telephone is. Telephone, not GSM phone, telephone. They will put wire from Nitel, it will run across this place. If you want to get internet, you will bring the wire into this place, plug it to your computer. Some of those computers are as big as this table. Some of you may not lift it up. Then you will dial it. That is why it's called dial-up. It will create a sound that sounds kurr, 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 kurr. Then it will connect. If it connects, by the time you say, I want to drink water, it will disconnect again. You dial it again, it will do kurr, 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 then it will connect. This is for you to check your mail. In that era, my dear brothers and sisters, it may take you 3 days to check your mail. Just to open your Yahoo mail and check it may take you 3 days. But today in Nigeria and all over the world, there is telecoms, there is internet everywhere. There's even free Wi-Fi. And these things are gateway to wealth. They are gateway to riches. Are we? Today you can sit down in your house and go to school. There is National Open University. There is Miva University. Today you can access these platforms without coming to Yabatech. You will still become a graduate. You will still go to NYSC. You will still get a job. Am I wrong? That is what technology is doing. When I did my first certification in IT, I was buying dumps, books from the USA. I was buying books from the USA to read them. After reading them, I registered for the exams. I had to go to the post office to post my application for me to be able to write my Microsoft System Certified Engineer exams. When the results came out, it took them another 3 months to mail it to me. But today you can sit down through Udemy, through EDX, through Coursera, you can write any certification, you can pass, and get your certificate the same day. So I just want to tell you the importance of technology, the importance of innovation, so that you will start embracing it. Talking about, I'm telling you that today, agriculture contributes 24.43% to our GDP. Nigeria has 73 million hectares of arable land, fertile land, but only 50% is cultivated. But then, people who have embraced agric, leveraging technology and innovation, has raised close to about $65 million in the last 5 years, because they are saying, how do we go into agribusiness without even dirtying our hands, without even going to the farm, without even being involved in the value chain, and they want to leverage technology. And I am telling you today that you can go into exports, you can go into agribusiness, you can go into recycling without even dirtying your hands if you are going to leverage technology. And that is the secret that I came here to unlock for you today. And I am not going to bore you with so much talk. I will tell you places that you will go to. When you go to those platforms, you leverage them to become what you want to become in these 3 sectors in Nigeria. There is a company called Thrive Agric, a platform called Thrive Agric. Please write it down. Thrive, T-H-R-I-V-E. T-H-R-I-V-E. Thrive Agric. What do they do? Simple. You say you don't have money to start farming, right? They are the ones that provide credit and funding for people who wants to process R-E-L-E-A-F, relief. R-E-L-E-A-F, relief. This company is owned by 2 young people. What they do, they produce machines that helps you to do what? To process whatever agri-produce that you have. And not only that, they will not also let you pay for the machine. So they will give you the machine, you process what you have, you sell what you have. So they will give you this machine to process what you have. They also help you sell it, and you people share revenue, which will cover the cost of their machines. They are the ones that built the machine that won a World Technology Award in UK last year called Kraken. Kraken, K-R-A-K-E-N. K-R-A-K-E-N, Kraken. This machine, the shells palm kernel. If you pour palm kernel that can fill this place into that machine, it will deshell it in 1 minute. Even less than 1 minute. I don't want to say milliseconds, but it will deshell palm kernel that you have poured into that machine in 1 minute, which means it can produce tons. That is how you are going to form called crop to cash. Crop to cash. By the name, you should know what it means. Crop to cash. They automatically convert your crop to cash. If you're on that platform, keep your crop. They will come there, they will scale it, they will weigh it, they will carry it, they will give you cash. Crop to cash platform. Sorry, please. And the final one for agri-tech is Agromall. Agromall. These things are technology and innovative platforms built by people to help Nigerians to go into the agri-export, food processing, food export business. Agromall basically is a marketplace for whatever you have that is food, whether it is processed, whether it is not processed. Once it is, if you are an exporter, you just go to Agromall, put what you have there. People from India, people from US, UK, they will contact you, they will negotiate with you, they will buy from you. These are the platforms, technology platforms, that will enable you to do these things. But that is not what I am here for today. I want to give you this as a kind of an intro to what I came here for. As of today, my company has built about 3 tech startups. We have a fintech platform, we have a health tech platform, we have an agri-tech platform, we have an educational technology platform. But the one I want to talk about today is the one that is making waves right now, called Recycle Stack. Recycle Stack, I am the CEO and founder of Recycle Stack. And Recycle Stack is the Nigeria's first waste from anywhere. Even if you are inside here now and there is waste here, you recycle it. When we say recycling, people actually think it is the process of recycling. If you pick up this, if somebody has drank this and throws it away, and you pick it up and keep it, you have recycled it. You have recycled it. So sometimes recycling is not really all about, oh, I want to pick it up, I want to package it, I want to bale it, I want to do this. No. The moment you are beginning to on the environment, you are beginning to recycle. That is even the first stage of recycling. We built this platform to buy it from you. Even if you are living in Banana Island, you will give them access. Let me give you an example of what we are doing with this platform when it comes to technology. Before now, if you want to buy a car, a vehicle, you go to Cotonou or you go to Maitu. That is where they used to sell cars in those days. But now there is a platform called Gigi. If you go to Gigi, there is no type of car you will not see in Gigi. The most expensive car in the world is on Gigi. And if you go there, you see the person that owns the car, you discuss with the person, you go and see the car, you test it, after testing it, you buy the car. So there are people who are sitting down in their homes buying cars today through Gigi. There are people who are sitting down in their homes selling cars through Gigi. They don't need to go to anywhere. And that is what we have also done with recycling for you. As a student, you don't have to get involved with running around like a pastor, packing waste, putting it in your vehicle. No. Pack it, keep it somewhere, snap it, post it on Recycle Stack. If he is on that platform, he will see you, he will call you because he needs it, and he will come and buy it from you. Won't you clap for me? Won't you clap for me? It's easy.
Oui.
And why did we do this? Nigeria generates 32 million tons of waste every year. Nigeria generates 32 million tons of waste every year. And only less than 10% of this waste is being packed and properly disposed of. That is why our waterways, our drainages, about the circular economy. So, a Japanese, remember in US 94, they said that where Japanese fans were sitting, where their fans were sitting in the stadium, after the match, after hailing the players, doing everything, they will pick everything there before they leave the stadium. And US people were like, what? Who are these people? So, what it entails is that in their country, they have been told that waste is wealth. You see this pen, after writing and the ink runs out, don't say, I don't finish now, throw it away. No. A Japanese will keep it. Now, let me ask you a question. If you consider how many pens you have used by now, you should have had close to about 100 used pens, and Pastor here will buy them. Won't you buy them? Won't you buy pens for recycling? Thank you. And that is why you must not throw it away. And now we are making it easy for you to put it on a plain waste. That is recycling. Last, I traveled home during the Easter period, and one of my generators, I called the generator guy to come and fix it. The guy came, tried it 3 times, it didn't work. So what I said to myself was that I'm going to buy a new generator. Hometown is very close to a place called Onitsha. Somebody called me on phone and said, Oga, now you post this generator now, and I say, yes, I'm coming to your place now. I want to buy it. And before you, another call came. People were calling me. Somebody in Enugu even called me and said, I should not sell it to those people that he's coming to buy it from me. That is what technology does for you. Don't forget that one of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to ensure that the circular economy is properly structured. And that is why he set up a presidential task force on circular economy and recycling. And one of their first role is to get rid of all those people carrying bags, packing people's properties in the name of, what do they call them? What do they call those people? Bola boys or what? Yeah, border boys, they want to get rid of them. And that is why we are leveraging this platform to drive innovation in the recycling. You see that whenever you say, I am a recycler, imagine a young man now, you're talking to a fine babe, and you say, hey, what's your name? So the girl now asks you, what do you do for a living? I'm a recycler. They see it as a bad business, as a mean business. But do you know, I know people in Owode, there's a place called Owode, they can sit down here and write you a 1 billion naira check. I am not pleased, I'm not joking. I know of people, Wode Market, because we work with them. They buy a lot of things from our platform. He will sit down here now and write you a 1 million naira check, a 1 billion naira check. I am not joking. Those guys, what they do is they go to our platform, anything they see there, they buy, anything they see there, they go around, they collect. They have written a big company, I don't want to mention their name. One guy wearing shorts, tattered shorts, 700 million naira check for all the telecom equipment that they pack that they want to recycle. So recycling is a very big industry. And that is why the federal government is working hard to digitize and formalize it. Sometime last year, if you also check National Waste Marketplace, I am the one, my company, agency, we are partnering with them through the Presidential Task Force on Circular Economy to digitize and formalize the circular economy. What is circularity? We're talking about secular. I don't want to talk about recycling anymore. What recycling is just a minute part of the circular economy. The circular economy is $8 billion economy, $8 billion. And they say that by 2030, that is going to be about 20. In about another 5 years, it will become a $1 trillion economy. So when you say recycling, it is just part of it. Circular economy is upcycling, downcycling, and recycling. Say it. Upcycling, downcycling, and recycling. Can somebody tell me what upcycling is? Upcycling. Can anyone okay. Upcycling. Can anybody tell me what downcycling is? But you only know recycling, isn't it? Okay. Let me give you an example. If I finish wearing this clothes, this is my clothes now, and clothes fades. When my uncle wears it, village people will be telling him, Baba, this your clothes, don't fade though. My uncle will not give it out to another person. But what will my uncle do to these clothes? The only thing that will enter his mind is, let me throw it upcycling. So what do? You use these clothes, tear it up, get his own that is faded, get his own that is faded, get his own. I will now put patches on this cloth, patches on this cloth, patches on it. Then I will now do something, mask, and wear it. I don't become Ojuju Calabar. When I go to clap for me, Ojuju Calabar go to perform. When I go to give me money, if I'm not upcycling, nothing is a waste. Nothing is a waste. That is upcycling. So you cannot waste it. You cannot throw it away. Then downcycling is that seat you are sitting on now is a rubber seat, right? There will be a time when it will get tired. What are you going to do to it? You cannot even recycle it at that point. You cannot recycle it at that point when it gets tired because it's no longer plastic. They are using plastic waste, dead plastic, to make bricks to build houses and to build roads. Interlocking stone that they put in their houses, they use it to make those things. That is downcycling. That is what? Downcycling. So you can see that in the value chain, nothing is a waste. That is why in the circular economy, you see something that goes, arrows that goes like this. 1, 2, 3. I hope you guys used to see it now. 1, 2, 3. Upcycling, downcycling, and recycling. So it is very, very important for us to understand that today technology has also made it easy for us to do what? Formalize and digitize the circular economy. Let me tell you guys a story. Just give me your ear. Let me tell you guys a secret. The only reason investors are bringing their money to Nigeria to invest in tech startups is because it is formalized and digitized. Any sector that is not formalized, nobody wants to put their money in it. And that is why we are trying to use this platform to do what? To digitize the recycling and circular economy and also do what we call data integration. In our industry, there's something that we say. I don't know if you have heard it. Give me data. In God I trust. I can only trust God. I cannot trust anybody until you give me data. So if you are telling me that recycling business is giving $1 billion, I will not trust you until you show me data, show me transaction that has passed through a platform. That is when I'm going to trust you. And that is why we are digitizing and formalizing this. Because people are seeing recycling business as a nonsense business. In those days, when you somebody say mechanic, there's one song we used to sing in those days. Fine girls will come and say, I got my new mechanic. That's, I will not marry a mechanic that he's always greasy. I will not marry a mechanic because he's always greasy. And it's true. You will see mechanic man now walking in your car. He want to go to Ladipo to buy something. Instead of changing his clothes, he wears his work clothes, enters a bus, and start going to Ladipo. So when you see him in a bus, you start shifting. You start shifting. And that is what is happening in the recycling sector that we're trying to stop. That the sector is going to be a formal sector. It's not going to be seen as an informal sector. That is one of the things that we're trying to do. Then we are also trying to train people in recycling